All right, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? See here. Getting the chat pulled up here on my phone. Okay. All right. Well, we've got a little special surprise, at least for me, on here right now. I went to the store and ended up finding my favorite orange cream soda, Stewart's orange cream soda. So I got two of these for tonight. I'm splurging like crazy. I'll put this in the background for you to be able to see. But I got two of them tonight. And we are living on the wild side, let me tell you. Man, I went to Rural King, and it's time for an oil change, so I went ahead and got the oil and everything I needed, and then I just thought, at Rural King, they haven't had my favorite drink here for like months at this point. I thought, maybe I'm just not finding it or seeing it where they're putting it at. So I looked around their little, grocery area, whatever, and they ended up moving the orange cream soda to another part of the place, and I saw a wall of orange cream soda, and I thought, come to me now. I went over there, and I'm not going to lie, I did what all these fool people did with toilet paper. I went and got the good stuff. And I think I took like 14 or 15 bottles. And the beauty of the whole thing, I mean, I love the soda, but the prices can be ridiculous. The beauty of the whole thing was that each one was 99 cents and not like $3, like some of you guys were telling me on the chat last time. Just craziness. So much money for these drinks for a 12-ounce little can. It's just wild. So anyways, I brought those home, basically did a victory lap around my house. I'm like, yes. So anyways, I'm going to be hitting these tonight and living on the wild side. So anyways, just want to share that with you. Pretty ridiculous, but yeah, we're going to be living on the danger side tonight. Going to be having some of these. Oh, man. It's just so smooth. Oh, man. I love it. Love it, love it. All right. So, Johnny, what's going on? Carl, Muhammad, C. James, One Joe Bear, what's going on? Tim. I'm going to totally mess it up. Joannie? I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. Kenneth, what's going on? RV SWAT, what's going on? Tim, how are you tonight? I'm doing well. Just got out of church. Went to Wendy's, got some nuggets. Living on the wild side with that as well, and just having a good Sunday evening. And this week was a little wild for me. If you saw my video that I finally posted today, I am, man, things just continue to happen out on the road with the truck and issues. And once it feels like every time I get to the point where like, I've got this figured out. I know what's going on. I know, where these issues are happening on my truck. All of a sudden I feel like, man, how did I get to where I have no idea what's going on? And all these new symptoms and issues are just all over the place. It's just crazy. So that is one of the exciting things that you have to look forward to, or you've already experienced yourself if you do have a truck with a lot of miles. Again, my truck has 575 or something now after last week. And it's just one of the joys of having an older truck, or at least older miles. And that's just one of the things that happens. Things start breaking down, having issues. Electrical parts start rebelling, and that's just how it kind of goes. So pretty wild. But yeah. So how am I tonight? I'm doing well for the circumstances. I'm grateful. God's providing. God's taking care of me. And I'm just grateful to go on to the next day. So, Carl, good to see you. Good to see you too, sir. Mohammed, how you been, brother? I've been well. Just getting through. And honestly, I've got so many video ideas that I'm trying. I have so many ideas. I probably will never run out of video ideas for you guys to share. But seriously, I could probably have 3 or 4 videos a week if I had enough time to edit and actually do everything and put these videos out. I seriously could do many, many videos sustained for weeks and weeks and weeks and probably, years or whatever. There's so many ideas that, answering questions that maybe you haven't even thought of is what I'm trying to do. So anyways, yeah, I wish I could do that, but I do have to still drive and make some money. YouTube ad revenue and other stuff and your contributions to me and different things. Some of that money is going to certain things for the channel and other stuff, but definitely not making enough to spend even more time at home doing these things. So lots to still do on the road. So yeah. So orange cream soda. Yes. Oh yeah. Booyah. So good. And you just, oh man, it's those drinks or those like food items when you initially get the initial taste and then there's like a second hit. There's like a second like aftertaste, but it's a different taste and it's still good. I'm just like, dude, bring that on. That is awesome. So that's why I love this drink. So anyways, it's 90 degrees here in California. Oh my word. How's the snow there in Indiana? Dude, oh my word. Well, right now, let's see. Where I'm at, it is 36 degrees, and it's going to get down to, oh my word, 24 degrees tonight. So that's awesome. Should be exciting. But actually, something I was going to share with you guys in another video, but this jacket that I'm wearing right now, it's actually an electric jacket, and it sounds a little crazy, but essentially, this jacket is a Milwaukee jacket, and I press this little button right here, and it turns on, and it's got a 12-volt battery that's plugged into the side pocket here, and essentially this is the hottest setting. Then the medium, it's white, and then blue, it's not actually cold. It is the lowest, warm setting, and then it goes back to the hottest, and you hold it, turn it off, turn it on. So anyways, I've been keeping myself warm in this jacket today. I got it like 4 years ago. Haven't used it that much the last couple years, but definitely wanted to get this out and keep myself warm. So anyways, digging the warm jacket for now. So so yeah. Hey, what's going on, RV SWAT? Orange soda. Orange soda drunk. Oh man. I'm telling you, man, it's just the right drink for the right time. I just puts me in a happy place. My orientation is November 17th. Awesome. Is that with Synergy? Is that with somebody else? Joseph, hello. How are we doing, sir? How the business nowadays? I got to tell you, the last couple weeks have been slower due to part shortages in the industry. I've heard even, Horizon being a larger, the largest company probably, that they, their load boards are really far down as well. Ours did as well, but we've kind of rebounded a little earlier, it seems, than they have, I guess. I don't know why that is, but We had 150. I think we're over 300 now on the load board. I could be off on that, but this last week when I got my loads for this week, loads as in more than one. So they definitely we've got loads running. Business is kind of rebounding a little bit right now, it seems. There's still room for stability or instability. I'm sure this is still maybe not the best time to get in, but if you do get in, understand this is probably rock bottom kind of a situation for uncertain situations and times of the year. This is unknown territory. So even with it feels like the wild, wild west. Like there's a crazy high stakes, high reward, but there's, high, what's the other thing? High risk, high reward. The crazy risk is they might not be loads, but if you do get a load, it's going to be stupid money. At least for me, it seems like it's stupid money. Saw the last video. I scrolled up too far. Sorry. How's the truck running, Carl? So even since I made that video and did everything, I think I've found out what's actually going on. So I got a check engine light that came on P0087, which is a low fuel pressure, blah, blah, blah. And essentially, excuse me, there can be multiple problems with that. Just about any code. Oh yeah, here's the problem, but it could be like 20 things. Oh great, thanks for all the help. But I've done quite a bit more research, and I won't get into that right now. But I do believe that my truck has a truck fuel pump pressure problem. I have an AirDog 2 4G fuel pump. I replaced the factory one. I've got a sump pump in my fuel tank. It's a 34 gallon tank, whatever it is, in the truck. And then I've got a sump on the bottom of the tank that goes straight to the AirDog 2 4G, which then goes all the way to the engine at the CP3 pump, whatever. And I believe that pump is not operating how it should be. I believe it's dropping in PSI and then coming back. And so when it comes back up, I believe that's where I was getting the blow-by, whatever, unburnt fuel. And then I've also been getting, just here in the last couple of days, trying to drive around a little bit, I've also been getting white smoke. So black and white, and it's irregular. To me, that says I've got a fuel regulator problem. It's still running. It's still working. If I allow it to, if I idle it for a little bit to get up to speed, or to get up to operating, whatever, things get better. But essentially, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be contacting AirDog and trying to get my warranty with it, whatever, and getting that replaced. If not, I think it's like $750 for a replacement. So I think it's been 2 or 3 years since I've actually bought that. I think something like that. So essentially, I will be getting that replaced. I believe that's my issue, with some other factors with it, but that's pretty much where I've narrowed it down to. And you can just kind of tell in the noise of the pump, this is different than what it's been. And it's kind of been noticeably different over time. I just didn't know what I was listening for. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at with the truck. I am going to be driving. If the pump dies completely, I'll be stuck wherever I'm at. But as for right now, I'm going to keep going with the intention of getting this thing replaced as soon as possible, with them mailing me a new one and getting it replaced. So that's kind of where I'm at with the truck. And but thank you for asking. Let's see. When are you going to get a new truck? Craig, if anybody wants to donate and put money towards the truck, that'd be great. But it's gonna be some time before that happens. I've still got a truck loan on there, and I'm getting beat down pretty good, but there is still going to be some time before I buy a new truck. I'd love to just keep this truck rolling for as long as possible, and just keep it going. Replace things that come up. I've already replaced half the stuff on the truck, it seems. So that's definitely. We got Miss Bella here trying to talk, but definitely. Miss Kara's here, and you can say hi to her if you'd like. Her and Miss Bella are here. They we ate a little food here, and then she's gonna be going home. But okay, apparently she doesn't want to be on camera. All righty, here we are.
Yeah.
She's in the dog is somewhere here.
Hey, Bella.
Miss Bella.
Come here.
Come here, baby.
Come here and say hi.
Come on. Yes.
She's sweet. Hi.
This is Bella. She's 3 years old.
Almost 3.
Almost 3. Yes, we're having a dog birthday party for her.
Yes. Cake.
So
cake. Dog cake.
Yes, it's gonna be something else. But anyways, yep. We're see, I'm way behind in the chat.
No, you're not doing a very good job.
Let's see here.
Here, Bella. Come here.
Are you going to get into? Oh, Jeffrey, truck issues lead to better videos. Let me tell you, I've got some real heavy hitters coming. Then I'm sure, because there's always something with my truck coming. So it's not just high mileage trucks. Lots of 2019, 20 sitting in Ram service dealers waiting on parts. Okay, honey, you're gonna have to stop. Can you take her out here?
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha, man. Yeah, Carl, I saw. What?
Did anybody say? Oh. Post Kara's chili recipe.
Oh man.
I still have some in my freezer, actually. It's good. It's good.
I need to have that in my refrigerator. Bella.
She just wants to say hi to everybody.
Yeah, she wants to. Honey.
Bella, do you want to show me?
She sounds like she's like murdering like a chipmunk or something, but she's just talking. Oh man,
No.
Craig, that's gonna happen when we get married. That's definitely going to happen.
Here, baby.
When we get married. So yeah, okay, she's all over the place. All right, I'm gonna hop back up in the comments. Sorry, everybody. Let's see here.
Sorry, everybody. I'm a distraction. Nobody wants
No, it's not a distraction.
Nobody wants to say hi to me.
I just gotta go back up to the top of the.
Nobody wants to say hi to me. Okay. I mean, I've been here through thick and thin. Let me tell you, I helped replace a belt in your truck.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That was like death. We were out there for like 3 hours trying to get your belt fixed.
Before I got this house, I replaced my last belt in my mom's garage that she built. She built her house. She built her garage to be able to fit my truck 22 feet inside that garage. And then she filled it up with a lot of stuff so I could barely still kind of maneuver around. But yeah, Miss Kara, we could barely. Honey, she's all over the place. Honey,
she just wants to say
she's not the center of attention, so she's got to start talking.
She'll lick your head.
Yes. Yeah, Bella loves licking underneath my beard and then my ears. So she just absolutely
face.
Okay. We're okay, guys. We're gonna settle down. All righty.
I'm a distraction. I need to
No.
Bye, Felicia.
Text me when you get home, okay?
Wow.
All right.
Well, I'll post the chili recipe at some point.
Joseph.
Do I know
Not
Joseph?
yet.
Have I met him
Not
yet?
yet.
No? Okay.
All right. All right. Let me jump back up here. Train Ranger. Oh, Ranger to drive while you edit. I think you mean Ryder, but yeah, Jeffrey. That'd be great. He probably could pull it off somehow in cruise control. I don't know. He's very focused. But anyways, let's see here. Kenneth, is there any way to get the details of a trip before you pick it up off the load boards? Kenneth, so like details as in, I've actually got a video talking about that. Well, not that specifically, but it's in that video talking about picking a load off of the load board. There is an actual details button you click across the row for that specific trailer, and so it'll open up the details. It'll say, "Hey, there's do not wash." It'll say dealer is bye bye. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. It'll say do not wash, or hours of Monday through Saturday 9 to 4 or whatever. So yes, you can definitely, at least with Synergy, this is not at every company. Not every company has a load board or has a good one, but Synergy does have a load board that you can see the details of that. Now, just because it has details doesn't mean that's all the information you need to know. So when you do either get that load, or you beforehand still want to call, ask the dispatcher, hey, can I get the name of the place so I can call them and find out if there's anything else I need to know before I show up there. Because what if they're closed on some holiday that isn't already, an obvious thing, or something like that? We're closed on Tuesdays from 11 to 3 or something craziness like that. Well, the sheet says 9 to 4. But you don't accept from 11 to 3. Like, what? Like, those types of things happen. Maybe not that kind of specific thing, but like, oh, we're on lunch break for 2 hours from 12 to 2. Okay, well, why didn't you tell me that on the phone, like, for the last, 2 or 3 days since I've been coming here? Like, they don't tell you. There's one place in Connecticut that regularly they have a meeting at the beginning of the day, and they say, oh, yeah, you can come here at I think they say at like 8 o'clock. If you show up there at 8 o'clock, you'll be waiting an hour and probably an hour and a half until they actually get done with their meeting, and then someone can actually come check you in. So there's crazy things like that. The details, yeah, that can be helpful, but it might not be everything. So yeah, Kenneth. Joseph, we're starting this week. Where do most drivers stop for the night to sleep in their trucks? I was told cities down there have seen ordinances that drivers can't sleep in yards or company lots. Cities down there. Are you meaning in Indiana? It's kind of more up, but Walmart's. I mean, in Goshen, if you're talking about Goshen, Elkhart area, Walmart, hotels. There's a few places, some like strip mall businesses and stuff that they'll either have a sign saying no go, or they'll have nothing, and just park there. So yeah, eventually you'll just kind of get the hang of it, being able to park in Goshen, Elkhart area, those places, and be able to find that. There are some truck stops, some big enough to actually have multiple RV transporters there, but yeah. Chris, yeah, man, Milwaukee. I got this was like a couple $100. It's obviously a bigger version, but man, it's got a. Let me pull this out. All right. So yeah, Milwaukee. It's got a little battery, 12 volt. I'm assuming, yeah, it's an M12. But essentially, this thing, it's got a little plug, boom, right here. They have newer versions where you have like USB ports as well. So I'm like, wow, you could be like walking around charging your phone, doing all these sorts of things. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, but you could do a lot of stuff in this jacket with this, heating thing. And then it just kind of plugs in. There's a little, oh, you can actually see it. Okay. Right here, just kind of plugs in and goes right there. There's a specific pocket for it as well. So it works out really well and zips up so it's not going to bounce out. You're not going to lose it. I bought 3 batteries total with the charger. So I've got, as soon as one dies, the next one's ready to go. The charger gets it really charged up pretty quickly. So I'm probably going to mention this in another video. If there's an Amazon link or point you in the right direction in any way I can for the winter gear kind of stuff, just want to get that out to you guys if that can be a help. It is expensive, but I got to tell you, this is a thin jacket, okay? The heating elements are in the front and in the back, not in the arms, not on the hood, the actual hood here, but it's just in the front and the back. And I got to tell you, I was in lot 4 of Synergy 4 years ago now, whatever it was, and I had this on. I had it on the high setting, the red setting. Boom. Had it on the high setting, and then had my Carhartt heavy duty winter coat on, and I was hooking up the travel trailer, and at that time, Synergy's yards were just atrocious. The jack stand, I believe, was like frozen underneath the ground, iced over. I got got a shovel, and I was just chipping away at the thing just to be able to, because literally putting it on the ball and trying to. Anyways, I'm getting off topic, but it was crazy cold. Okay, well below 32. Probably close to 0, snowing. It had already snowed like 9 inches, probably close to a foot. It was ridiculous. It was the ideal, like, I'm going to freeze to death out here. No one's going to hear my call. I had this on, the Carhartt jacket on. Like a minute into it, I am sweating. I am burning up. I took off my Carhartt jacket. I wore this alone. It's snowing. It's just a blizzard. I'm wearing this with it on high. Perfectly fine. I could have done anything out there for as long as I needed to. It was just ridiculous. So anyways, if you can't tell, I'm very hyped up about this jacket. I love it. It's probably saved me from some type of hypothermia or something at some point. So anyways, yeah, I will shut up. Let's see here. Synergy orientation. Okay, awesome. Let us know how that goes. I'm curious how does Synergy actually do their orientations now? When you get through all that, if you wouldn't mind just sharing, how long did it take? Was it a day, 2 days? I think they're doing online or something like that, but I'm just kind of curious to see how that really goes. So yeah, let me know, RB SWAT. James, hello there. I've been a subscriber for quite a while. But good to see you live. Have read the 2020s have been a record year for selling RVs. I guess the load boards were good. How are they now? So they were in the last month. There has been a couple weeks where they've been no dice at all. We had next to nothing, similar to probably all these other companies. And in the last week or so, it's gone right back up. We've got over 300 right now, I think. The low, when I heard that Horizon had like 3 on their load board, we had like 150 maybe, somewhere around there. And then now we're back up to over 300, something like that. At least on Friday, that's what it was. I'm looking at it now, but so yeah, it's up and down. It is what it is with these part shortages. But it seems to be on the mend, slowly recovering. But who knows what's going to happen with certain things in our country that people believe, and which is shutting down everything. So we'll find out. Kenneth, is there a oversaturation of drivers right now? I absolutely believe so. The companies who are desperate to get every single load whenever they do become available to get them shipped to the dealerships, they probably don't think so, but I do. I think we're way past the tipping scales of those things, and in the next 6 months or so, there's going to be a heavy correction, I believe, in pay and with drivers dropping off the map. That's my personal belief. I'm an idiot, so who knows? But that's just kind of where I'm at. Hello, Daniel. Randy here. Thanks for all the info. Over 5,000 safe miles. Check on your referral bonus. Not much, but it all helps. Hey, Randy, thank you so much for mentioning that. I was going to call, and I think I was ready to call, and it was like 5:15. The one day that I remembered that. So thank you for that. I'm gonna definitely let me write that down. I don't know if I wrote it down last time, but I'm doing it again now to remind them. I've probably referred a lot of people, and whether they put my name down or not, I'm probably not going to see a dime from the majority of people who I've referred, or I've been the reason why they chose to go with Synergy. But I really do appreciate that, Randy. Thank you for mentioning that to me. Anybody else who, if you happen to started with Synergy and you put my name down, Daniel or the HighMileageHelper, as a who you heard us from or referral, whatever, let me know. That'd be cool. But yeah, Randy Ryan. Okay, that'd be cool to know. So. Okay, James. Oh dear. Hold the phone. I gotta. Oh my word. I'm really behind. I'm so sorry, everybody. On a diesel, does white smoke indicate antifreeze like it does on a gas motor? I think it does. I think it does. Yeah. Anybody else know in the comments want to share on that? I know at least the white smoke can be too much air to fuel ratio. That can be a part of it, I believe. Hello to you also, Jane. Okay. What's the name of your new business? I'm not actually sharing that right now. We'll see if I decide to share the name of it. But there will be a new YouTube channel coming in the future. I still have not started that. I will let you guys know in this chat when that does happen. But yeah, we'll just see from there. Then Jeffrey, yeah, Post Care's chili recipe. Man, it's good. It's fire. We're all gonna, yeah, we already talked about that. Pop the question. Yeah, thank you, Joseph. Thank you so much. Ohio, hi all, just jumped in. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. James, he finally got a chance to catch you live. Awesome, man. I am fiddling with this cap, and I just need to put it down because I can't be trusted. So I'm just going to keep fiddling with that until I stop. Let's see. Joe Bear, am I the only one that thinks Kara is cooler than Daniel? Oh, my word. Sabotage. She just right in the back, man. Oh, sir, you're killing me. Hi, Kara. I would have said hello sooner, but I thought you didn't like the attention because we don't see you very much. Yeah, she's probably just as nervous as I am. All these chats or whatever. Just yeah, I don't want to speak for her, but it's definitely interesting. Fair winds and following seas. What's going on, sir? Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Joseph, yes. South for me. Okay. So that was responding back to a really far up question. Sorry, I'm really slow here, guys. Okay, yeah. You're back to going to Indiana for that. Had the same issue in Washington a couple weeks ago. Called day before, called 3 hours prior to arriving, was told you're good, showed up and waited 2.5 hours for check-in because lunch break. Bro, I feel like there needs to be, when you call in, I'm like, okay, yes, hi, my name's Daniel. I'm with Synergy RV Transport. I'm a driver. I've got a unit to bring to you today. Is there any, first of all, I ask, like, is there any specific person I need to speak with? Or can I just talk with you and find out the information? And, they'll say yes or no, whatever. But then I'll be like, okay, is there anything else I need to know? Is there a certain entrance you want me to go to? Is there a certain spot you want me to park? I've been cussed at and yelled at before because I went to the wrong place, but how in the world am I supposed to know that? So I ask all these questions, and I feel like there's got to be like a secret menu that you can ask me, like, hey, but really, when can I drop off? Is there like a behind the scenes type of answer you can give me? Like, you can drop off from 8 to 5, but it's really 9 to 12. Like, that type of crazy thing. But yeah, man, I definitely feel that. That's crazy. Let's see. Todd, what's going on, sir? Hey, Bedford, Indiana, in the house. Awesome. When you change your truck's oil, how many quarts of Lucas do you use, 1 or 2? So I usually do 2 quarts of Lucas. So I get the 2.5 gallon jug. So 10 quarts of the Rotella T6 5W40, and then 2 quarts of the Lucas. I actually, and I don't know if I'm going to share it or not, but I put in a different product for those 2 quarts this one time, and I just want to kind of compare because I'm doing my oil analysis every oil change. So I just want to kind of compare the numbers and see if this different product reacts differently with my oil, or if it's better for worse. Whatever's really going on with it. So there's a lot of hype around this product. So just wanted to try it out and see if it is going to be better. We'll find out. And if it's significant, then I might share it on the channel with you guys and just kind of compare the results and just let you decide if you'd want to do it. But yeah. So yeah, usually two quarts though. Let's see. 11 11 Gunnar, I'm sorry, Gunnar, is that how you say it? Gunnar Prater. I can't be trusted with saying anybody's name. I'm so sorry, but that's just where I'm at. Love your channel, man, and love where your heart is, man. Hope you and your business are very blessed, sir. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Definitely just want to share anything I do know that I come across and give as much value as I can on my videos and private conversations, whatever. But thank you for that, and appreciate it. Chris, have orientation on Tuesday this week at the hotel, still with Synergy. Awesome. Brian just went through orientation, took 1.5 days, first load out on second day. Okay, Brian, that was my experience. They said Synergy said it's going to be a 3-day orientation. They go, wow, this is going to be a lot to learn. I'm like, well, this is probably good because I don't know anything about anything. There were no YouTube channels as far as I didn't look up. I didn't see anything. Over 4 years ago, I'm like, man, I don't know anything about anything. I don't even know. To my own shame, like, I barely knew what the pay was going to be. Like, I knew it was going to be a lot better than being a school bus driver, selling guns at Gander Mountain. I've done a host of different. I've probably done a bunch of different jobs, but I'm like, man, I really don't know what's going on with this job. Like, I did 0 questions and answers. Like, I had no one to even go to. So anyways, yeah, so it ended up being a day and a half on, just like you said. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. On the middle of the second day, they said, all right, go get your load. Wait, what? You're trusting us with a trailer? Dude, I barely know what's going on right now. Like, oh my word. Man. So yeah, that's just all the other more reason to start a channel and try to help people not be where I was at. And there's many other people. Fairwinds and Following Seas, he's doing the same thing. He's killing it. And just trying to help as many people out as possible. If you guys, older drivers, seriously, just post videos. Do what you can. Put in the title. Do whatever you can. As many drivers as possible. The more, the merrier. The truth is, there's no competition between me, Fairwinds, anybody else in this thing. People can subscribe to as many people as they want and get help from as many people as they can. And it's just great. The more, the merrier, the better it is. This industry needs a lot of help from drivers because companies, transport companies are not the ones who are actually going to empower and help drivers. They're just going to say, deliver these trailers. Hopefully you don't blow anything up. Oh, and here's some money. You know, us drivers, we basically got to pick up the slack and do the best we can to help other people. So anyways, yeah. Fair winds. White smoke could also be injector. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not happy about it, but that is true. White smoke can be injectors. Oh, just said the same thing. Had that happen on a power stroke earlier this year. Brian, how often do you have to replace your 12-volt fuse? My 12-volt fuse on what? Excuse me. Trying to think what 12-volt fuse you're talking about. If I've said anything recently about that. My fuse. Brian, can you just clarify that for me a little bit? Sorry, I might have missed something, but I'm not sure what fuse you're talking about. White smoke fuel is not burning correctly or fuel filter clogged. So yeah, I did have I don't know if you actually saw the video that I put out. I didn't say it, but I put it on the little underneath the video thing. My air filter was clogged up really bad. I replaced my MAP and my mass airflow sensors. Those were original. I've cleaned those a dozen times or more. Not guaranteeing those were the problems, but I definitely think it was time to replace them after this many hours and miles and everything. And they just looked pretty rough to begin with. So I did replace those as well. And I think there's a little bit of a time it takes to learn those new sensors to learn or whatever, the learning. So anyways, that may be a part of it. I don't know, but I now have peace of mind that those are replaced and we're good to go. So I can kind of check those off the list. Oh man. I really got to catch up. Correctly, new business I hear. Did you start an LLC? I'm looking at that for myself. Ohioan. That's actually my new business that I mentioned there. If you watched I don't even know what video it is. Like a couple videos ago, in the title, at the the rear half of the title says, and I started a new business. It's not transporting. It's not a new hot shot or anything. It's actually hauling a dump trailer for dumpster rentals around town, pouring gravel, hauling those types of things, debris and those things. So that's my side business that I'm starting up. If you care for an update right now, I have my general liability, but I still can't find commercial auto insurance that's just not DOT, but regular commercial or regular business, anything to do with, an in-town business operating like that. I don't have to have a DOT, but I do have to have that commercial auto policy. And finding somebody in Indiana has been a nightmare for insurance. So it's not that I've had multiple mega companies. They just don't offer that service in Indiana. So I'm probably going to have to go more local. I was hoping to go with a bigger company just to have a little bit more security, but it is what it is. I'm going to have to figure that out, but still working out a few kinks with that. I'm attempting to make a website for that business as well. It's it's just about killing me. I hate doing websites. I made my HighMileageHelper website. That took like 9 months, and I think it looks barely okay. Um, let's see. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Where am I at? Where am I at? Sorry, guys. Sorry. I feel terrible when there's just, I used to use a reference and I have 5 miles, so you might want to check with you. James Rose, 12,000 safe miles, so you might want to check vicinity. Okay. Let me write your name down and do that as well. James, is that James Rose? That's your first and last name? And did you say Daniel from YouTube or High Mileage Helper? It seems as if unless I show up with this person said that they used this as the reference for me, they're not going to just call me and say, oh, hey, by the way, Daniel, you're one of your people that you referred. They just went over the mileage. Here's your cash. Like, we have to go to them before anything's going to happen. They're not going to come to me. So I thank you, James, for sharing that. If you could just let me know, how did you reference me, or how did you use me as a reference, whatever, High Mileage Helper or Daniel from YouTube or whatever. Just let me know that. I really do appreciate that. Joseph, do you ever get to the dealer during the weekday and tell you they won't take possession on that day? Only when they've been closed. I was told that they were going to be open a certain day. I show up and no one's there, and it's during the weekday. They just took the day off. It was a smaller dealership, so that's been exciting. But if it's during their specified business hours when they say we can deliver, I've always been able to deliver if I was within that range. I just might have to wait a while if they're busy with other stuff, but they've not, wagged their finger at me and said, no, you've got to wait till tomorrow because we don't want you today. Like, they eventually will get back to me or let me deliver. Are getting out of our transporting in November. Tim, yeah, I did see that. They're getting stuff ready to be sold for their the actual RV transporting equipment stuff, selling that stuff. So yeah, I saw that they're going to be getting out of the business and going on. I saw their latest video getting their new van for their van life stuff. So I'm interested to see how that kind of goes. Seeing start to finish or whatever, redoing a whole van and being able to live in there and being efficient. That's I feel like that's got to be like a talent to be able to operate in that small of a space and to make things work and do that. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep following them and watching the videos. Let's see. My wife, can you bring the dog back? Joe Bear. Yeah, Bella, she's gone now. Miss Kara and Bella left. Just got the text she's home safe. So yeah, we'll have to have her in more live videos or something. But maybe in the future I'll have Bella and Ryder in the garage with me and let them kind of walk around. You guys can see them in the background, or they'll come up and mug me on my face or something. But we'll have a good time doing that. I'll do that in the next couple of weeks or something. Let's see. And when I hear y'all talk about a cycle, counting cycles, what does that mean? Okay, Fairwinds just answered that. Awesome. Cycle is 70 hours. So your hours of service being on the road. So yeah, 70 hours. But is that 70 consecutive hours? 70 hours driving. Okay, they're getting that answered for them. At home, and glad I caught Extended Night Live. John, hey man, awesome to have you tonight. That's awesome. Very cool, very cool. I was in the middle of your video when Daniel came on. I have it on hold. Oh. Go back to his video. Go back to his video. Actually, I got a few more minutes of Fairwind's video as well. I was watching a little earlier, so I'm gonna have to finish that up before I go to bed. Let's see. I was in the middle of your video. 70-hour word. I did a video on it. Not trying to hijack his video. Fairwind. Anybody's got information? Plug it. Get it going. Any way to help? Do what you got to do. Man, I've got. Wow, I really got to. I keep saying that. I really got to keep up here. I'm used to driving semi trucks, so yeah, after delivering the load, you log off. ELD going back to Indiana or home. TC Rogers. Depending on your company, depending on the RV transporting company, some companies will say you can go on personal conveyance, you can go off duty, you can go home, no big deal. Some companies will say you have to log every second all the way back home. It just depends on the company, what they say. I've heard it both ways from Synergy. I've run it one way this entire time. I've never heard otherwise. So I'll keep doing what I've been told to do. But yeah, it's kind of a wild thing. There's DOT officers across the country, as you probably already know. Some officers say, yeah, this is a rule. I've been told, yeah, this is a rule, but you can't, this doesn't fall underneath you, or this doesn't apply to you. But officers across the country don't even think another thought of it, and it's no problem at all. Like, it's crazy. They're not regulated. They're supposedly regulated, but they're all over the place. They don't know what they're doing. And some of these things for us as a smaller category of trucking. So it's just kind of all over the place. Todd Amps. Let's scroll back and see. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what amps question mark is, but sorry. I'm gonna tell feel sorry. Fuse for charging the battery in the trailer. Okay, gotcha. So what was the original question now? Sorry. Oh dear. How often do you have to replace your 12-volt fuse for that? So the battery that's charging, so your breakaway battery that you put on the trailer, and it charges through your 7-pin, and it goes from the truck to the trailer and then charges to that battery. That fuse for that power there, maybe it's blown every 20 trailers. If I'm answering the right question, if that's really what you're asking, it's every once in a long while that one of those fuses on the trailer that stops the power from actually going and working right. It's actually already blown, or you could blow it yourself if you arc something or touch the connectors together. But yeah, it's very, very rare. If that's what you're actually asking. I would call the business Daniel Dumps. Oh dear. That's awesome. I changed my oil on Wednesday. Of course, I forgot to get the analysis sample. Oh, Keith. Oh, so close. Yeah, man. Next time, next month or whatever your interval is. Yeah, I feel you. Hi, boss. I'm in OKC going to Texas. What's a good fuel thing? Oil free fuel. What's a good fuel? Fuel synthetic oil for Germex. I use Rotella T6. It's Shell. It's synthetic. I've used that pretty much all the way for my 500,000 miles. So I'm sure there's other oils out there that are probably just the same or close or whatever, but just kind of to each his own. That's kind of what I've gone with. And my oil analysis say that it's holding up well. So, yeah. Yo, what's up? Happy Halloween. Oh, very good, very good. James, I told him Daniel the HighMileageHelper from YouTube. All right, James, thank you, sir. Let me write that down. Daniel the HighMileageHelper. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And I'm not trying to be a jerk about this or, whatever. At the end of the day, I'm grateful just to help people. And if my company gets helped by new drivers because I've helped people get informed and whatever, it is what it is. But it's interesting. I'm curious to hear what they have to say when I say, hey, I've got 2 subscribers that wrote me down and they were well over the safe miles. Here's their names. And to hear what they have to say, like, well, fine, here's your money. Like, I'm pretty sure every company out there is going to be like, okay, here you go. Like, so yeah. But thank you, James. Can the Chamber of Commerce help with suggesting an insurance company? Oh, very, very good idea. Yeah, I actually know a guy who's on that or in that or around that or whatever. The Chamber of Commerce near where I live. So, yeah, very good idea. Thank you. It'd be hard to be stuck in a small van during the winter or when it rains. Tim, you're not lying there. That would be fairly rough. Man, a small van would be difficult, and sharing the space with another makes it that much tighter. Yeah, their van looks like the pneumatic couple looks like pretty tall, and I think they're a little shorter, like they kind of said. So maybe it's not as bad for them, but yeah, smaller spaces. You got to be able to compromise, I would assume, for a lot of those things, or you're just out and about, around out of there. So maybe that's the exception for that. I tried Z6, did not like it. But I'm not 44 all day now, parked 22 on 40. Okay, yeah. If you don't like Rotella, I understand that. There's other good oils out there. Some more expensive, not as much. But yeah, find the right one for you. And I would just suggest, no matter what you get it tested, get that oil sample tested. I've got my sample in the garage sitting there ready to go. I will get it mailed out at some point. But yeah, definitely go for that. If I want to see you logging when dispatched, other than going home for vacation time off, you don't want. Is that correct? Policy is to log all movement. Yeah. Voice automatic couple is like. Oh yeah, Tim. I'm in a 14-foot box truck, all done up like a tiny house inside. Full-size bed. Wow. Wow, 14-foot box truck. Wow. That's pretty wild. Unless you're unloaded and legitimately doing personal use, at that point you must go off personal conveyance at the same point you went on. Yep. I've watched. I just bought a new truck. Started this business. Do you know where can I rent a trailer to practice my reverse with trailer? Thanks and blessings. Victor, I'm not sure about that. Anybody else in the chat know where he could, be able to rent or maybe use somebody's trailer for practicing those kind of maneuvers? That's an interesting thought. Joe Carter, is there money in delivering RVs? Man, that's about a 2-hour conversation. Yes and no. Depending on your situation, depending on how hard you run, where you're willing to go. If you buy a $100,000 truck, if you buy a $20,000 truck that needs replaced every other 5 minutes, that's a loaded question. Yes, in most cases, maybe no in some others. If you've got to have what is making money to you? Is making money to you 40 grand? Is it 100 grand? Do I make good money in any industry. You can make, to me, it seems like a lot. You can make a lot, you can make a little, but there's a lot of factors that go into it. It's not a 9-to-5 job. It's all on your shoulders. It's your business as a sole proprietor, as a 1099 guy. So yes and no. I would ask a lot more questions, more specific questions if you can with other YouTubers. I'd love to help if I can. Go on my website. Go to the phone consultation. We can talk on the phone for free. It's just a way of me organizing things. I'm not charging any money for that, but I'd love to talk on the phone with you, talking through whether you can make money, what's your situation, and kind of where your gears are kind of going with that. So, Joe, great question, but it leads to many, many more questions. So yeah, Brian, I was told if the truck moving, you should be logging it. Yep. T6 Max, my truckload. I'm thinking of trying it again. Been changing my oil every 7,000 miles. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely. I would go more than 7,000, but I go like 20. My last oil change was now 23 and some change, 24,000, somewhere around there. So yeah, do your own thing. Frank, what's going on? Hey, Daniel, Frank. Oh, let me go back. If you Transport Express, sorry I'm late. Hey, awesome to have you, man. Awesome. Todd, U-Haul trailer and rental company. Ooh, good suggestion. U-Haul has trailers. Okay. Google trailer rental. Most areas have several. Okay. Equipment rental place. How do I get a HighMileageHelper hat? Ben, great question. Man, so here's the deal. In order to make a hat and to sell it or whatever, and to make just a hair of profit, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work. And if I have to do a lot of work or get help from somebody else, it needs to be worth my time, or at least worth their time, even if I don't make 50 cents from it. So basically, if like 150 people wanted to buy a HighMileageHelper hat, then maybe. But I've already looked into it, and if I have, so essentially the idea is I either outsource it to a company that does it online and they do direct ship to you, and it's like a lot of money for a hat. It's like $30+ for a hat, which is just crazy to me. And there's no reason why you should have to spend that much money on a hat. Like, that's pretty wild to me. Or I can find a local place here, which I already actually know a company who does it around here, and have my family help me out with it a little bit in the organization, and them shipping it to you guys while I'm busy enough as it is. So I don't know if there was that much demand, then maybe we could get the cost a lot lower, and maybe I could make just a hair of money. And actually, if people really care to get a hat, then I could have that available to you guys. But I would have to pay up front to buy all these hats. And if I only get like 20 people to buy a hat or like 5 or whatever, it's going to be pretty rough. So I would have to have quite a bit more. So more people. So let's see. Hey, leave $100 trucks alone. Oh man, the Fairwinds. That was not a shot at you, sir. I'm just saying there's other people who don't run as hard as you, and they're wondering why they're not making any money when they're running half as much as you are, but they've got that monster payment. Like, what are we doing here? Like, that doesn't work. Your situation has got to fit where you're at. So no shots fired. Do you use tow haul when towing all loads? How many speeds? The dealer told me to use it. There's speed and turn off. That lands. It's under. Yeah, Joseph. So I generally do. I leave it on most of the time. I always have my exhaust brake on. Definitely think you should do that. But yeah. Hi Casey. Yep, Joseph. Manuel said the same. Thank you very much. Said only use highway speeds if it's the mountains, kills, heading into winds. Yeah, definitely see that happening. So if I'm on vacation, which I'm driving from Oregon. Oop. I can check for winds. It's a beast. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. His truck is really nice. Victor, what state you're from? I'm from Illinois and have a 40-foot. You can practice with. Oh, very nice, James. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's cool. I'm out of SoCal right now. I hope to move to Arizona soon. How often will I have to deadhead to Indiana? Kenneth, if you're going with Synergy and not Horizon, you're probably going to have, well, unless you go up to Oregon, Synergy does not have a whole lot of loads coming back. If you go with Synergy, you're going to be deadheading a lot. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is. No, you don't. Horizon policy, yes. Possibly you could talk to your dispatcher and iron something like that out. Okay. So you're hitting all your videos. Oh, I know. My comments all the time. Teespring for hats and t-shirts. Yeah, Teespring for hats, man. It's pretty expensive still. So yeah, I don't know. I believe Teespring. No, yeah, that's direct to customer. Yeah, so. Yeah, we'll see. If I get like a lot of people saying, "Hey, where's my hat? Hey, where's my T-shirt?" or something, maybe we'll do more things. But for now, I don't want to get carried away with anything other than the main meat and potatoes of the channel. So we'll let the hats and shirts kind of come over when more people want them, I guess. I would buy merch from you and Fairwinds for sure. You guys do a great service for the transport company. Hey, John, thanks so much, man. Fairwinds, he's putting out content. He was doing like every single day vlogs and stuff, and now he's doing more kind of smash together videos. And I think each load, I feel like there's something that he's always able to give value in on every single video. He's got all of his vlogs. Where there's some aspect of this industry that he's able to, this is a problem, or this is a thing you need to do, or watch out for this. Definitely trying to be a help and do what we can to point things out. Let's see. Hey, was wondering if the carbon monoxide detector you got went off in your truck yet? The same one after watching your video, and I reckon mine has gone twice while watching this live. Oh my word! Your carbon monoxide sensor has beeped twice. That's has it gone off twice, or Wes? Wait, did I skip somebody? What am I doing? Yeah. Wes, let us know about that. Is it beeping twice? Is it lowering in pitch? Let us know. Do a lot of people have manual transmissions? Do you know? Most people that I see doing this job have automatics. Not too many manuals that I've even seen, like at truck stops or whatever. So, usually not, I guess. Could you double dip, meaning be leased on two different authorities? No, you cannot. You're leasing that truck to that company. And so if you were, I believe, this is my understanding, I believe if you were to have 2 leases to 2 different companies, if you were to have an accident with one, there would be some major legal issues and insurance issues because you're going to have 2 different policies. And when one insurance, I don't know how that would go, but the answer is no. And I'm sure it's for legal and like insurance reasons why you can't, unfortunately have your truck being leased onto 2 authorities. He said no. Look at doing insurance, any profit at all, which would be towards giveaways. The insurance would be $24. Wow. Yeah, that's some serious money. Am I finishing up? I was doing pipe fitting. Are you able to run a tuned and deleted truck? It is in a few weeks and wanting to get into the industry. Depending on who you talk to, yes. If you don't tell the transporting company, then I guess you probably still could. But yeah. If I'll just say this, if you roll up and you're rolling coal, and it looks like it's ready to go off-roading and go crazy, they're probably going to be like, dude, what's going on? Like, I've in 4 years, I've literally never heard a person say a word about a truck being tuned or deleted or any of those things. But all the trucks that I do see doing this job don't look like they're tuned, deleted, got a straight pipe, like crazy. All the older vehicles, pre-emission craziness, they're good, but newer trucks that are, spec'd out, definitely probably hard to get away with that, I would think. But I make about $10,000 a month, and that's no backhauls. I could get backhauls, but the ring for backhauls, I just feel I'm thinking of changing companies. Okay, got you, Ben. Got you. Yeah, I like this video when he tried to blow on one of his backhauls. I did it 25. So not too worried yet, but going to look into it. Wes, definitely, man. That's crazy. So yeah, 25 parts per million. So I think that's just the lowest setting. So yeah, check it out and see what can be done on that. Ben, that's all right, man. It's all right. It's all good. Just trying to interpret. So, oh my word, orange cream soda. Oh, everybody who's still here, just wanted to say, this week's going to be a little different for me, and it's kind of an odd topic, but this is actually going to be my first week not being on the road with Ryder since I got him. He has a some type of skin infection or some type of that's not what it is. It's some type of food allergy. Something's going on. And so essentially he's got to go to the dermatologist to find out all the things he's allergic to and change his food and change some stuff because he's got some skin reaction going on, and he's licking, he's itching, and those things. And I think I've talked about it a little before, but we're going to a dermatologist and getting him taken care of. But the only time they can get him in is this Tuesday, and I'm going to be going to Pennsylvania and then Florida this week. So I can't really work that in. So this is for the first time. I'm going to be on the road without him. And to be honest, that feels really weird. And I can't imagine, after losing Big Al, for anybody who's newer to the channel, probably most of you are, I started out this job with a It was actually right before I started. I had a coonhound, a red-bone coonhound, Lucy, and I had a Sheltie, Big Al, and she was 14, he was 15, and Lucy passed away literally right before I took the load to to Arizona, and that was the trip where I blew up in Rolla, Missouri, with my Ford, and that was right after my dog died, and so my truck blew up, and then I had to get my Ram, and then Big Al passed away almost 2 years now, and so I've had Ryder with me every day, pretty much everywhere I go, everything I do, with me since I got him, and going on a whole week trip, and it's 4.5 days, doing everything. It's gonna be really weird not having him with me. So I know it's just a dog, but man, he's got this irritation on his skin from food allergies and stuff, and I just feel so bad for him, and I can't really do anything. We've got some medication for him. It's not doing anything, so we've got to change some things up and get him taken care of. And I just, man, I love my dog. I love my dog, and I wish he was going to be with me, and I just want him to be better. But going to be kind of, I don't know. Just for me, I'm an emotional kind of guy, and I want to miss my dog out on the road. And man, so anyways, he's not going to be with me. He's not even here right now. He's staying at family's house, and they're going to take care of him while I'm out on the road. So this will be a really weird week for me. I'm going to look into it. Sorry, everyone. I can't. How many drivers run at your company? Oh man, last time I heard, we had I think it was 700 to 900 drivers, somewhere in there. I could be way off. There's a boatload of driver boxes in the driver's lounge room, whatever, in Synergy. So hundreds and hundreds. So Stewart's remember the other morning and almost bought their entire stock. John, yes, Stewart's, yes. Orange cream, man, so tasty. Not a fan of rolling coal. I keep the tune turn low for little as possible smoke. Chris, yeah. I'm assuming fuel economy would be better as well if you're not cranking things up. So yeah, sure, Ryder would be good hands with Kara. Yeah, she works in healthcare, and so she's got a lot of things. Well, she's got a busy schedule to begin with, but she gets home as soon as she can to just be with Bella, and so yeah, we'll see how that goes this week. But yeah, definitely will be weird this week. I was talking about one of everyone's videos. He had a backhaul and all the tires blew out on the trailer. Okay, gotcha. Daniel, you mentioned in your last video that you only haul a little over 13,000 pounds trailer. Why? So I don't have a CDLA. So my CDLB, which doesn't even matter for this now, I have to go by 26,000 pounds GCWR. So the combination of my truck and my trailer. So my truck GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, is 12,300 pounds. So I have 26,000 minus 12,300, which leaves me 13,700 pounds. That is the maximum the gross trailer, whatever, vehicle weight rating that I can pull. Technically, my truck only weighs 9,000 something pounds. And these trailers are actually going to be a lot less than the sticker that says 13.7 or whatever it would be. But Synergy has us go not by the actual weights, but by the weight ratings. So I believe Horizon does it differently than Synergy. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, fair winds, but Horizon does it where they take your actual weight plus the trailer actual weight, and that's underneath 26,000. No, we are the same. Okay, just kidding. I lied. Just kidding. So yeah, if you're not a CDLA holder, then you are 26 and below. No exceptions. It is what it is. So that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, would RV transport be profitable if you're able to start off with a brand new truck paid for? Excuse me. Yeah, but you just need to be holding back money for maintenance, for breakdowns. You can put over 100,000 miles on your truck in 1 year. I believe Fair Winds, he's put in like 18 months. He's got almost like 200,000. He's got like 180, 190, something like that, I think he said. So you rack up the miles like crazy, and there's parts where miles are a big factor, and then there's parts in your truck where time is a bigger factor. So you're going to be replacing a lot of tires. You're going to be doing a lot of all that maintenance stuff, but there's also parts that are always constantly moving. There's parts that don't constantly move. So there's going to be things. So my thought would be a brand new truck that's paid off. Yes, you can, but you're going to need to hold back money for those breakdowns and things that do come up. Let's see. Wow, what am I doing here? And how many drivers run with a flatbed trailer? Not that many that I see. I know there's guys out there that do it. I would say a very small percentage compared to everybody in RV transporting. Sorry, I can't be a whole lot of help, but Tim, Ryder is going through puberty. Yeah, he's going through that, but he's also going through a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, so he's not. He's pretty irritated by a lot of things that's on his body right now. He's not contagious or anything. He's just constantly licking and itching and stuff, and just we've got to get that figured out. So, Ben, I saw your last video. It's Arkansas. You were talking about your old Ford throws back roads. Use on. Looks scary. Back roads. Yeah. There's the last like 60 miles of that Arkansas, wiggling down like 160 or whatever. Pretty wild like that. Sean, what's going on? Good evening, Mr. Helper, and everybody else as well. Awesome to have you. Awesome. They're the same. Horizon's the same. Okay. So DOT thing. Don't forget about the orange soda behind you. Hey, yes. We got to finish this one first. Stewart's Orange Cream. It's a beautiful thing. They should sponsor me. I'm telling you, I will preach from the rooftops. Sponsor me, Stewart's. Literally, and I don't know if I mentioned this before. Back in the day, I would buy these, and then I would buy one or two of these, and then I'd buy a Choco Taco, an ice cream taco fudge in the shape of a taco. I'd smash the taco, and I'd hit these. This was back in middle school and high school, and I was like, man, I'm living the life. I mean, this is awesome. It was just the best. It was the best combination. So anyways, yeah. How do you want that? 15 months, even better. Wow. Not taking any prisoners. Let's go. Ben, it's too many class B. Don't worry, I'm class A, but can't drive a school bus. Oh, Been running for 2 months. Yeah, Ben. Yeah, I was a school bus driver for 2.5 years, and they're the ones who I got my air brake endorsement. I have my passenger endorsement. I have it was like 3 or 4 things. The actual, yeah. So the general CDL in Indiana, the school bus endorsement, air brake, and then passenger. I think those are the whatever I have through that. So I've been running for 2 months and put 24,000 miles on my truck. Yeah, that's serious running. Passenger endorsement. Passenger endorsement, yeah. Their option to rent from Enterprise and save the $60K. Depending on who you ask, yes. If you want to avoid major headaches with the truck problem, go that route. If not, and make less money, but have security in a truck working. And you can say that's someone else's problem. That's not mine. That thing that caught fire over there, that truck over there, not my problem. But you're paying a premium. The thing is, they're buying these trucks brand new. They're maintaining them at a premium everywhere you have things done at. Guaranteed, they're paying full price or more. Then they still have to make a profit off of you. So they buy in bulk trucks. I'm assuming they make deals. They're paying full price. They still have to make a profit off of you for it to be worth it, even to stick their neck out there like that. So if they're making money at the enterprise rental stuff, there's money to be saved on your end. But the question is, how much do you want to save? How dirty are you willing to get with your truck, doing your own maintenance, or are you going to fork the money out to somebody else? That's a question I can't answer. Fair winds. I think that's we're on the same page on that. I would not do an enterprise rental. I'm more willing to get my hands dirty with problems and things that come up. Unfortunately, they just come up all the time. I just have a sign. Please come give me trouble. I wouldn't do the enterprise rental. Not to say that you're a fool for doing it. That's just kind of where I'm at. You got to pick your battles. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Is a passenger endorsement hard to pass? No, it was a handwritten test. It took, 20 minutes, something like that. It was like 30 questions, maybe 40 questions. Very easy to pass. Just get your book for your state, and it was very simple for me. When I got my truck, I've only been beeping for a year and a half, 167,000 on it. Yeah, that's some serious miles. Racking it up, man. It's been running since mid of August and have 42,000. Here's how it adds up. Yeah, for real, it really does add up. It's wild. Enterprise is a joke. Take the 23 cents per mile. 57K. That's more than truck costs. Yeah, wow. And mile truck is just starting to break in. Joseph, you got a point there. Enterprise trucks are base models. You can buy a premium truck and have a nice truck. Yeah. Going at your own route, getting at your better, interest rate with those things. There's money to be saved, but I can see why maybe a person who doesn't want to have to fiddle with any of these breakdown issues, and for them to just be able to call on the phone and say, bring me a new truck right now. Your truck broke. I'm waiting. I can see why someone might see great value in that happening. I'm willing to put up with some of the garbage to be able to save more money. So that's where I'm at. Nope, no way I do enterprise. Yep. James, I've been home every weekend till the weekend because I'm in California. Reset and drop. Gotcha, James. Trip not Trim, not trip. Oh, nice trim. Gotcha. There's nothing wrong with a base truck. Frank, take the example of Fairman. That was for only 15 months. Yeah, that's that's some serious money adding up. 15 months. Joseph, nothing wrong with the base unless you pay 60,000 to Enterprise. You can buy a base truck for 50 or less. Putting some facts. Drove a prison bus. Wow, for 10 plus years. Wow. Never had a complaint. Well, now I have to get a CDL Class A if I want to drive trailer. Stay here in California. Wow, Kenneth. 10 plus years for a prison bus. Wow, I bet you've got some stories on that. Oh, my word. Man, having to get that CDLA, man. No way on the Enterprise. Sometimes I'll drop down before I leave home. Yeah, Ben, you're not kidding, man. This stuff adds up. But the trick is being able to to anticipate problems, ordering from places that are cheaper, finding deals around town, all these things, man. You can really start saving a bundle as you kind of find these kind of things around in your area. So yeah, definitely getting hosed when you're across the map and you don't know where you're at, you don't know where to go, you don't know who to talk to. Being able to replace your own parts yourself, or the people around who can take care of you and they're not going to wreck you financially. That's a big part of it. What do you use for mapping your routes? Google Maps or something else? Yes, so I use my iPhone regular maps. I also do use the Google Maps as well. They're both liars, and they're both deceiving you at certain times. I will be making a video at some point about that, the different times that I use some of these, the different mappings, but generally, overall, I stick with the iPhone maps. One down, one to go. So is that you are going to do Army transport, buy a good used truck, then bulletproof it with the right parts. Tim, you're on it, man. I'm with you. Get the best of the best parts on a used truck. You've already passed the depreciation, most of it off to the original owner. If you can hit with the good solid parts that are going to last the longest, that is the target. So that's awesome. Definitely with you, Tim. Can you have your own authority and pull for horizons, or need to use different load board? No. So my understanding is that if you have your own authority, you have leased your truck to that authority. You're using it for that authority, so you cannot actually. I'm getting blown up here. You can't have your truck leased or being used for two different commercial companies, which essentially means you have two logbooks running at the same time, which you cannot do. So unfortunately, I believe the answer to that is no, you can't have your own authority and pull for Horizon or Synergy or anything like that. Garmin I use for GPS. Yeah, so I bought a trucker GPS. Paid $1 million a couple years ago. It threw me overboard. It sabotaged me. It lied to me. We had arguments. There were fist fights. There were tears. I'm telling you, it's a wild thing. So, anyways, let's see. Truth. Yeah, sir. What of sugar you were drinking before you go to bed? Oh, I'm getting caught. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Yeah, there might be quite a bit of sugar here. Daniel in trouble. Miss Carey got him. Oh, man. Don't forget to change your belt. Frank, oh, my word. Oh my word. Yeah. If you saw my Instagram, you saw that, or I guess you didn't see it, but you saw my old belt. I started my truck the other day and craziness happened. My belt blasted off in outer space. It went everywhere around the fan. It was still in one piece, but anyways, that was a nightmare. Replaced my fan belt, and yeah, good times. I had two young guys who came through who were looking to earn some money so that they could go to the skating rink for the Halloween skating thing. I'm assuming to pick up girls. These kids were like 11 or 12 or something. So I said, well, I don't have leaves for you to rake because I don't care. But you can help me with my truck. So I had them help me with my belt and put them to work and kind of challenge them getting the truck put together and teaching them how everything goes, why it is this way. Here's the different things about the truck. So anyways, hopefully encourage them, inspire them a little bit to get their hands dirty and get some real work done. But anyways, yeah. Let's see. Where am I at? Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Hey, thanks so much. Buy everything in bulk, oil filters, Amazon, Rock Auto, local parts store sales. Boom, Sean, you're on it. I'm with you. You got to find the deals. They are out there. The savings are out there for real. I think from Rock Auto, I just bought 12 oil filters. That was a few months ago. I say just, but they were like $2.50 cheaper a piece. Like, yeah, let's go, dude. Like even cheaper than they were before. Like, yeah, let's do this. So just the name of the game, finding the right places, the right deals. One can really keep the price of maintenance down that way. Seriously. So those orange drinks on your desk before I left. She caught me. Train him early. Oh man. Said they spent $900 a week on their enterprise rental. Yeah, that's some serious money. Serious money that adds up. They made it work for them. They made some solid money. They weren't complaining too much. Between they had a couple of trucks that blew up on them, but they made it work for them. But that's just not where I'm at. So yeah. All right, guys, I hit the road at 1 a.m. I'm going to bed, back at it early. Fair winds. Thank you for joining us, sir. Have a good night. Catch you out on the road, man. Have a good one. James, hey, Kara is back. Hello again. Awesome. Would you recommend RV transport to someone who had additional supplemental income? I would if you've got other stuff rolling. The thing is, you don't have to have well, it comes down to your personal budget, your finances. You can make this work if you have other streams of income, kind of coming and going. If you have flexibility with these other things, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to diversify my income. I actually, for you 34 people in the chat here, I actually have RV transporting. Yes, this new business that I'm starting, but that's in the making still. I'm actually a licensed pest control, whatever you want to call it. I'm not an actual, what's it? I'm a registered technician. I'm not an actual applicator. That's one test away, and everything. Before COVID happened, I was actually going to get that certification to be an actual applicator in Indiana. But I am not as of right now. But killing bed bugs, if you need to know information on how to kill bed bugs, I can help you there too. But I've got a handful of things in the mix, and so different streams of income. So anyways, that question, yes, if you've got some other side income that you can make work with this job and kind of piece things together, I would do it. I guess I'm doing it now. I'm a little slow here. She said 50K plus a year. Yep. I just did the same from Rock Auto. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sean. When your battery terminal lose after you did all that new wiring for your no. So that was before. That was one of the things. That was probably the final straw that I finally just said, you know what? I'm just going to do everything. Like, I know I've needed to, but this is the last straw. I'm not fiddling with this anymore. We're done. This is done. So, yeah, getting that tightened up and then working on the truck. That was just, it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. And I finally just said, I'm taking the time to do this right. And finally did it. Very, very happy with my whole setup. No issues so far, besides some air leaks. But I know where the air leak is and where it connects from the airbag to the air whatever the module thing that controls that. So very simple to cut and to fix that. So anyways, yeah. Let's see. Good night. Okay, thanks, Tim. He does it always. Oh my. Well, if you're what's that phrase? You're something of everything but a master of nothing. There's some phrase that's like that. You're a connoisseur, or you're a, I don't know. I try to diversify as much as I can and learn. But yeah, there's quite a few different things that I am trying to do. So, well, we're in an hour 42 minutes. I know I still have one of these bad boys left, but we may go ahead and shut this party down. Jack of all, that's what it is. Jack of all trades, master of none. Oh, we got people rolling in here. Let's see. They work when done with load. Say take a few days off. Drop location for vacation. Oh man, the chat's. Hold on, I got to reread this. I'm an idiot here. Hold on. How does ELD work when done with load? To take a few days off at drop location for vacation. How's log? So if you're at that place, if you're not leaving that town or whatever, at any time that you're on that personal conveyance where you're doing things not for hire, you're not going back home to then be able to reset and go back and get another load, that would be on your personal conveyance or off duty. As soon as you're heading back, most companies would then say, hey, you need to log back from there, from where you had dropped off, or by, I get, yeah, it would be from where you dropped off. So, can my non-CDL wife drive truck back for another load and not be logged? She would have to be hired on with the company as another driver. And then if you are together in that same truck, you would have to have your back seat, you would have to have a sleeper berth back seat, I believe, to make that work. I'm not for sure on that. Ask other people, ask more questions in the chat maybe if somebody knows. But you would have to have a different setup for that. To have a team driver setup with two people, even if she's not a CDL driver, just driving empty back, unloaded, I believe, because you would both have to have a logbook. I think there would be some complications with that. But yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I feel like there's some things that I've learned enough about. Like I'm kind of dangerous to. I do know enough about this to take care of this. I've with like bed bugs and stuff. I've been able to, like, I'm telling you, the worst of the worst, thousands of bed bugs. thousands of bed bugs and being able to completely wipe it out. Fleas, mice, ants now. It's just kind of one of those things. But yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. Choosing between a Chevy 3500 and Ram 100 dually, pros and cons. You hear between the two. If they're both dualies, if it's the difference between dually and non-dually, I've definitely got an opinion. I'm definitely, even though it's more money in tires, less, you're paying more money in fuel economy because it's lower, obviously, with 6 tires, all that. I'm losing it. Traction on the ground. But if that simple question is about Chevy versus Ram, I think Chevy probably gets better fuel economy, I would think. I know overall Chevy has more computerized parts, and I think that increases their efficiency in their truck. I think they might cost a little bit more than a Ram, but if it's dually versus non-dually, I'm a dually guy. So I don't know if that helps a whole lot, but yeah. Chug. Oh man, I don't want to hurt myself. I'll pace myself. Sorry, Joe Bear. I've been making afterwards watching your videos before. I did not know you guys were out here to help. I'm glad I found your channel. Really helped me out. Thank you all. Hey Ben, thanks so much. Have a good night, man, and thanks for stopping by. Kenneth, I had a lawn care business after I retired, which tanked. I had an applicator license. I lost my shorts. Ooh. Thankfully, it's a very small. I mean, it's literally just me. It's a different kind of a business setup. I don't actually own this business, being a registered technician in Indiana, but I've got probably 3 or 4 regular customers, as in owners who have multiple properties, landlords, and so I've been able to get some business from them. Haven't had much in a while. I've had some repeat customers that they keep buying these couches from like auctions and some random like estate sales. They bring them into their home and they keep getting couches with bed bugs. Like, dude, oh my word, I'm gonna go on a rant here. I'm sorry. These people bring in these couches. They've got like 30 kids that are running around all over the house. So the bed bugs go all over the place. I've been there like 2 or 3 times now. I'm like, okay, I've told you what to do before. Here's how you get rid of bed bugs. And I'm talking about bed bugs on RV transport channel. Wow. But like, dude, stop bringing these things in that you don't know where they came from. You didn't have me come spray. I didn't inspect it. Like, what are you doing? You keep paying me money when you shouldn't have to. Stop being dumb. Come on, man. Like, I can kill your bed bugs for you, but why are you continuing to have me? Oh, it makes no sense to me. But anyways, pretty ridiculous. Have you thought about a full-length air ride suspension? Tim, I just have my 2 airbags in the rear. I'm sure that's some serious money to have air ride across the board. If I make a whole lot of money from YouTube and other stuff, then maybe, and I'll put it in a video. But not in my future as of now. What city are you in? A jack of all trades and a master of nothing. No cockroaches. Oh, Kenneth. Yes. Roaches. I think roaches are the easiest to kill. The gel bait that I use, we've got 3 different gel baits that we use. We have spray as well for it, but man, some of this gel bait, they literally go right to it. The adults, as they're eating, they're going to be pooping out, and then the smaller roaches eat the poop from the adults, and we cut down on the the actual life cycle, the actual growth process so quickly. The first spray, or the first round of bait that I put out there, it's almost always completely gone. And I've gotten 75, 80% of all roaches gone on the first treatment. So pretty crazy. If I do lawn care and it does good. How much pay difference typically on a fifth wheel versus bumper pull? Is it worth it added wear on your truck? Okay, so let's see here. So fifth wheel versus bumper pull, there's generally no price difference in pay. You're going to get better fuel economy on a fifth wheel, but I would assume because there's more actual tongue weight that you're going to have more wear and tear on your tires in your rear. So that's something to consider. I don't know that as a fact. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. That's my understanding. Obviously, a heavier fifth wheel. If it's a heavy enough fifth wheel, it'll be considered a CDL fifth wheel, which that would be considered a higher pay. So technically, a really, really heavy fifth wheel you would be paid more per mile, 10 cents to maybe 20 cents more per mile, just the fact that it's a heavier fifth wheel that only a CDL driver can pull. So that's what I have to say for that. I wouldn't trade it because I have two drive and get 10 pulling heavy. There you go, James. That's the name of the game. An older dually 3500 Chevy doing that. That's excellent. That's very good. Pre-emission, that's just that's the best of both worlds. California, this is another business that is oversaturated. Kenneth, if you're talking about pest control and stuff, I bet it is. I bet it's crazy over there. There's lots of bugs over there that I've heard. So that's going to be fairly wild. David, hey Daniel, getting in a little bit late. Sorry if I missed it, but any idea what the load boards are looking like? Any improvement? David, so the last month or so, let's say 4 to 3 weeks ago, it got down to 50, 40, somewhere in there. As of Friday, when I got my 2 loads, I'm going to Pennsylvania and then Florida this week. We are over 300. We're 6 or 7 pages of 50 on our load board at Synergy. So it seems like we're kind of rebounding. I also saw from Fair Winds and Following Seas that they at Horizon are also kind of rebounding as well. So seems to be on the rise, but who knows how high that's going to be? If that's going to tank again, who knows? So, but yeah, it seems like there's a small improvement for sure. The tuner install, the trailer delivery business scares me. Kenneth, yeah, I understand that. No tuner, are you working on the election day and after? If so, be very careful. Yeah, so if you're talking to me, I am definitely going to be very watchful for the election. I will be out on the road. No matter who wins, if we even get a actual declarative answer of who won, there's going to be chaos, I believe, around the country. So I will not be anywhere near bigger cities on that night for sure. Ain't going to happen. So let's see here. Fuel drive makes a big difference in fuel economy. Yeah, James, honestly, I considered when my transfer case blew up, should I just take this out and not run it? But I was told because of how it connects to the front differential and all that, or I can't even think right now. Yeah. that it would mess things up. Things would be unbalanced. I was kind of leaning more towards that way, but yeah, I bet you are definitely getting better fuel economy for that. Tim, Daniel, tell us about the $100 tire. How are them? How are they? Tim, I got to tell you, if I could just go a week without having trouble with my truck, I would be able to put more videos out. That video was supposed to be recorded yesterday, but I couldn't get that done because I was working on another video, because I was still working on my truck, and here we are Sunday night. So that video is coming. I will say I am very pleased with these tires. I'm very, very pleased for $100 tires. So I'm sure they're going to be raising their price. I think it's a smaller company, just kind of testing the market and seeing where things go, just kind of incrementally raising their price. But I got to tell you, they are just as good as Michelin. My Michelin, what is it? MS2s, or not MS2s? The highway Michelins that I've been using. Very, very pleased. So that video is coming. It just won't be for a little while because I'm still trying to get these videos coming to you guys. So, but thank you for reminding me. Man, I'm still here. I pulled. Don't like to do it all the time. Don't want to tear up my truck. Yeah, for real. That's been my thought. You know, why go get my CDL to get paid 10 cents more per mile and my truck suffer, in my eyes, but have, like you just said, more wear and tear on your truck that maybe costs more money than that that increase or that bump up actually is worth. That's a thought to consider. So it's kind of where I'm at on it. 150 a piece. Run Firestone H2. This is James. How many miles did you get on those? That's very good. Very good. Chris James, I'm here to be towards the end of the week where we get the official results of the election. Yeah, Chris James. I think it's just gonna be craziness, no matter what. But yeah, our country needs a lot of prayer. Is there a minimum number of loads a month you're required to pull? Yes. So with Synergy, and I think almost every company, they require you to pull one trailer a month. If you push that limit, and if you go, 34 days, 37 days, they're probably going to be calling you, hey, what's going on? Like, do you want to delease? Do you want to not have a job? Like, come get a load. In desperate times, they may call you and say, hey, I know we have a one minimum per month requirement, but we're swamped. Can you please take a second? Seriously. I've heard of that happening before. But yeah, one is the minimum requirement, probably, I think, for the entire industry. One a month. And that does not mean you have to go a 2,000-mile trip to make up for, whatever. It's one trip. Doesn't mean if depending on your income and other things going on with that other supplemental income you have, that does not mean that if that month you still don't need this job or you got other stuff cooking, that you could take a 300-mile trip, be back in a day, kind of a thing. So, that's an option there. Just one every 30 days. Yep, James. Yep. We all know on election night who is president. We'll see. Yeah, I'll say it again. We need lots and lots of prayer for our country and the direction that we are going. Oh no, who's the president on election night? Because of all the mail-in votes. Yeah, I think there's going to be some things that are drawn out long, and lots of issues, and it's going to be fairly ridiculous. Need more time to cheat. Oh man, I'm around 30,000 on them now, and still look new. Huh? Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, right now with my tire, the $100 tires, um, I'm at 9 or 10 tread depth, and it's been quite a bit of miles. So we will get into that into the video. But yeah. Aside from the truck cost, what's a person to expect cost of equipment, insurance through Synergy to get ready to pull? Okay, so insurance is going to be depending obviously on the value of your truck to replace it. So if you've got a beater of a truck, it's going to be fairly cheap. How old you are, how much experience you have, and then the value of the truck. Those are the main factors. Let's see, insurance, equipment. So I'll just say this: when I first started, I was paying like over $400. Now I pay $230. $230 for my truck that I have valued at like $17,000, and I now have I have over 4 years of experience. Is that right? Yeah, almost 5. Yeah. So yeah. And then equipment cost. If I were you to have an immediate return on investment, get a fuel tank. That's probably, you can get some cheaper ones, you can get some used ones, probably anywhere from 300 to 1,000 used, and then brand new, probably, I don't know, 800 to 1,500, maybe even more, depending on the size of your truck, how many gallons you can hold, all those things. The fifth wheel hitch, $300 to $700, maybe more if you buy brand new. The excuse me, stabilizer bars, $300. Safety chains, triangles, all sorts of those things. Man, I am getting together a list of things that you need to kind of have like a checklist for you before you start this business, or before you kind of just check yourself, make sure you don't leave anything behind on any regular load. So I am working on that now. It is taking a lot longer because I've just got a lot of other things going on. I am working on that though. So I would say at least a couple grand. To answer your question, a couple grand at least for equipment, and then insurance. They're probably going to have you pay 1 or 2 full payments for your insurance to start off with. So yeah, I agree with you. All I need is 2 to 3 loads a month just to break even. Gotcha. Hey, that's not a bad deal. Kenneth, is that like 500-mile loads? Is that 1,000-mile loads? Where are you at for that? Frank, have you ever talked to a Canadian that's actually pulling RV for sharing or any other? Frank, I don't think so. I've heard people ask the question before. I don't think so. I know I've seen before COVID, lots of loads to Canada at Synergy, but I don't know of a Canadian driver coming down to pick them back up. I'm not sure on that. See here. Use tank from a semi-reefer, not a bad idea. I will just say this, guys. When I first, this is how quickly things change. When I started, Synergy said that there could be no fuel tank or toolbox above the railing of the bed, because supposedly it was at risk for DOT being in trouble and having to have things tied down or whatever. That's the excuse they gave me. For the last like 3 or 4 years now, since I got hired on after all that stuff, I see guys with stuff way above the rails, they said that you couldn't have round tanks. Now there's round tanks. There's cylinder tanks, whatever. I mean, it's so all over the place. I'm like, what happened? Like, you had this policy, and now, poof, every driver I see, well, not all of them, but many, have these different types of ones that you specifically said is not allowed. Like, okay, I don't even know. So you got to go. Thanks for another great video. Hey, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Let's see. Do they offer any healthcare options? No. This is a independent contractor, 1099, so they don't offer any health benefits, no retirement things at all. You're a lone ranger. It's kind of feast or famine with this stuff. So that's all on us as the individual driver. I have my insurance. I'm just paying through myself. So yeah. 500 to 1,000 mile loads. Kenneth, awesome. Sim says good night. Okay. And Ben said something. He said, "Is Synergy for their Cotton, Hammer, and Butler?" Okay, let me show this. I don't know why it flagged your thing here. Butler for their insurance. My company uses, and they got off. They go off of value of your truck. My insurance is $270. Well, yeah, Ben, Cottingham and Butler. My insurance is through Creative Writers. They had some type of deal with them at some point, and I have, I believe it's Salem Insurance is the actual like underwriter people, but it's underneath Creative Underwriters. So that's who I pay at least. But yeah. How many loads a month do you pull monthly? I do 1 to 2 a week. So I guess the worst case scenario is 4, best is 8 loads. I'll just say this. Yeah, I'm not a person who's on the road all week long. I'm just not. I'm kind of walking away from these things. I've done that for years, and the excitement's gone. The running towards money is kind of gone for me. I want to be home. I want to be available to my people I love, and having my new business that I'm starting. So I'm not the best person to kind of go for with talking about how many miles. I've run close to 4,000 miles a week all month long. So 16,000 miles in a month. I've done those months. I've had no life, and I've been burnt out, and I've been discouraged, and I got all this money in my bank account. Fantastic. And I don't get to see anybody I care about or I love. That's garbage. So that's not that's not survivable. That's not realistic for me. I'll say that. Have the drivers thought about getting together for group insurance? Tim, that would be a good idea. I have no idea how that would work, and if that's even like legal or whatever. I'm sure there's a way, but any way to save some money, that'd be great. But I'm sure that comes at a cost at a certain point down the road. I have a pension check coming in each month, which covers my personal bills. It is for my business to cover my truck payments and fuel insurance. Kenneth, man, that's a perfect setup. That's great. That's the way to do it. And I think a lot of these people, there's different categories in this industry. There's guys who are making this their full-time job, main source of income, only source of income. Then there's people who are supplementing things, retirement. They're older. They already have the truck paid off. They're just wanting to go sightsee. There's some different categories in this whole industry. I'm younger. I started the day I legally could at 23 years old, the day after my birthday. Synergy hired me on. That was my first day of orientation. I was hired on. So there's quite a spectrum of different drivers in this industry. Has there been times when the RV transport industry is saturated with drivers? Yes, every year. Every year there seems to be when they're. I'll just say this: from January, halfway through January, we explode, and it's up and down every month. The first week of I'll just say this: the first week of every month, the last week of every month is always bigger than the middle of that month. So every 2 weeks, essentially, the whole industry goes up and down, up and down. But being able to track that across the board throughout the whole year, or I guess the year or whatever, from the middle of January, after we have the shutdown from New Year's, Christmas time, when everybody comes back, everybody's rolling, it's kind of a blast off all the way till the middle of July. In the middle of July, we have another shutdown for maintenance or refitting, whatever, for that next model of a year, for all the campers. And then from July, we have our kind of second leg of the year, where it goes all the way till most of December. So that's really those. You can kind of divide the year in two, and those are kind of the time frames where things are at. The slower periods, and then the booming periods, where it's kind of hats off to the races. There's saturate, yeah. I would say probably February, people are begging for drivers, and then in July, shortly after July, companies are just losing their mind trying to hire as many people. So right now it's very saturated. I think it will come back down again, but it can be very saturated. I'm not asking because I'm thinking about maybe I don't like my company, but I feel that other companies might be better. Yeah, Ben, just keep asking questions, ask around, talk to recruiters, take their information with a grain of salt. Maybe it's accurate, maybe it's not. Yeah. Kenneth, older, I resemble that remark. No hate. I'm just telling you that's. And the thing is, this industry, I'll just say this. I'm not going to say that RV transport is going to always be my main source of income. Helping people out on YouTube and talking through these things and any of this stuff, I love it. I love helping, sharing anything I can. This is a real passion of mine, to be able to help you guys. But when it comes to actually doing the job, maybe not so much, but I can't see in my life never not doing transporting ever again. If I said that right. I'm always going to be able to take one load a month to stay on the books, to be able to go on vacation where I want to go to, when I want to go to. If I need an extra $1,000 this month for this or that, or someday my kid gets a big doctor bill or something, if I'm doing other things at home with my dumpster rental business, with YouTube, so all these other things, and I say, hey, I need a quick $1,000. Hey, I'll be gone for a couple days. Got to go. I can't see myself saying never RV transporting again. I just can't see it. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. And older guys Kenneth, who are able to do this on the side, they don't have to survive out on the road just to pay all their bills. But you are able to supplement things. I feel like that's the sweet spot, man. If I don't die from a heart attack from all these stewards and all the sugar, then I'll be doing this until I'm, maybe Kenneth's age, and I'm still going to be rolling for just supplemental income. It's nothing crazy. So yeah. Let's see. Supplemental income, and I have a wife and 3 kids, and can pay all bills and have plenty of money left over with 2,000 miles a month. There you go, James. Awesome. I believe it. Are there unexpected things I should account for when figuring out a budget besides fuel? Whatever you have accounting for your maintenance and your budget, or your maintenance and your like breakdown fund, you're probably going to need to increase that by a significant amount. David, you can cut down on fuel with a fuel tank. You can cut down on food with preparing your own food or not going out, or Walmarts and stuff. The truck cost, buy a lower trim truck and then put upgrades in it later on, and part things out, kind of a thing. But the maintenance, when you've got stuff breaking down, just the regular fluids and the filters and all that, you can save money there too. But breakdowns, that's the one thing that you get a turbo that blows up on you, your transmission goes out. You've really got to account for those things, and it's gonna be a lot higher than you might think. So I would pump that factor up quite a bit. As far as anything else, unexpected things I should account for. Factor in your registration, your insurance, what that would be. That'll obviously go down each year, unless you're driving dumb, getting in trouble. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Anybody else want to add to that for David? Go right ahead. Or a ring for Kara, Frank? Yes, sir. We'll leave that right there. You have your CDL, truck payment, and a high maintenance cost. Just check back in real quick. That's a great idea. I'd be interested for sure. Oh, what did Tim say? What am I doing here? Oh, she was. Where am I at? I'm sorry. I'm catching up. I'm getting a little tired. I do need to shut this party down here soon, but just wanted to finish off where we're at here. I'm going to save money for taxes. Slow one has 15 years with Verizon and so on. Yeah. Slow momentum. Yeah, he's a good guy. My truck year requirement. They say 15 years, but if you talk to them, send pictures, they just want to make sure it doesn't look like a rust bucket and that it's not going to fall apart tomorrow. That's the name of the game for year model requirements. Have you ever been forced into putting chains on? Kenneth, no. If they say to put chains on, that means you stop and you park. You cannot, per the manufacturer and your company, there are no manufacturers, I believe, that allow you to put chains on your truck or the trailer, if they even wanted you to, and be able to drive down the road with those chains on. If there's a chain law in effect that says chain up, that means you're off the road. You're not allowed to do that because you can damage the trailers. And obviously, if they have that as a policy guaranteed, you already know they have had many people destroy the bottoms of trailers or the fronts of trailers from the chains not being put on properly, and they get spat out or whatever the word is, shot out, and hit the trailer and cause damage, and it's just not what you want to do. So if you have to alter your truck to be able to drive down the road for safety, you shouldn't be hauling a camper. And I know semis do that and knock yourself out, but we're in a lot lighter truck and trailer, and that's just not worth your life. That's kind of where I'm at. First time watching your channel, looking forward to figuring out your content. Hey, Daniel, thanks so much, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm an RV transporter, and just trying to help people learn more about the industry, help people with their truck if they have my same truck or anything close to it, and just kind of give recommendations along the way. So just trying to be a help to everybody. I've been a transporter for 4 and some change years, and just kind of trying to share what I do know and help people along the way. So appreciate you dropping in and chatting with us. Does your company have any? Wait, did I already read that? Are you with Verizon? Oh, okay. Where am I at? CDL will CDL loads pay some more than CDL loads will pay more per mile than a lighter load, a travel trailer or a fifth wheel that is not considered a CDL load. So yes, it will be paid more. Non-CDL, less headache when it comes to RV transport. Just lighter, maybe better fuel economy. But my big question is, you're being paid more per mile for the CDL load, but it means that you're paying a lot more. Man, I'm really tired. Can't talk. I'm paying more. You're going to be paying more for fuel because your fuel economy is going to be going down. So there's, you get paid more money, but you're probably going to be paying more for fuel and wear and tear on your vehicle. So how does it balance out? I don't know the answer to that question, but that's a tough one. Let's see. Pay it off, and that is not including everything. Okay. I'll help you try to share with people. Hey, thanks so much. I'm just trying to do what I can. Appreciate it. Just getting truck drivers together and talk to an insurance company. Yeah. Tim. Okay, Tim. Get you on our driver page, leaving for sure. So I'm checking out in my hotel. Night, everyone. All right. Have a good night. Ben's going. Have a good night, man. I need to run also, but wanted to end with this. Ever notice the name Walter? Is it this man? Oh dear. Oh man, Daniel, thanks so much, man. Hopefully I can be a help. If you have questions about this industry, if I can be a help to you, I do have a website now. Anybody in the live stream still? I have a website, HighMileageHelper.com. If you want to learn more about this stuff, I do have a phone consultation button you can click. It's free. There's no things, forced to pay me or anything. You can if you want to, but really it's a place to where I can organize phone calls during the week so I don't get things mixed up, and I can help kind of balance things together. So I can take an hour-long conversation with you and talk through things about the industry. If you have questions, if you have comments, any way I can help, I'd love to do that. So Daniel, if you'd like to do that, go right ahead. It's free, and love to be a help if I can. Chris, Team RV says that insurance agents require possession of tire chains. Yes, Chris, you're right. They do, and you have to have them. I have them, but anytime I go to that state, if they were to say, they'll do like a tire check, the chain check. They'll say, hey, where's your chains at? I'm like, right there. Oh, okay, well, if we had a chain law in effect, you'd have to put those on. Well, no, because my company won't even allow me to. So I just have to park. Oh, okay, well, you better have them. Well, okay. I'm never going to put them on because I can't, So let's see. Daniel, I saw on YouTube of a cheaper diesel heater made in China. Huh. Okay. Get you some sleep. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm not going to lie. Thanks for answering my questions. Much appreciated. Glad to help anytime I can. Awesome. Ever thought about going to Hot Shot? I have, but in my life, I'm slowing things down, preparing for a family, kind of get things rolling more localized, not trying to go start bigger endeavors, more things on the line where I'm forced to be a slave to the road. So I'm trying to walk away from that. So that's kind of where I'm at with those things. But yeah, just I'm not going to Hot Shot. It would have to be very, very, very local and very profitable, I guess, for me to make that big of a switch. To probably have to get my CDL. So. Ben, Night Tim, Frank. Good night, Daniel. Have a good night, Frank. Thanks for dropping in. Awesome. Okay, good night. It's I'm old. I have to go to bed now. Kenneth, I love you, man. That's hilarious. Have a good night, Kenneth. Go to bed. I need to go to bed too, man. Chris James, night all. Got a long day ahead. Have a good night, Chris. Thanks for dropping in. You're living with the normal pay. Yes, I have the normal pay before the incentive. 4 years of normal pay, so made it work then. I'm definitely making it work now with the incentive. So yep. I don't have merchandise available yet. If I had a lot of people who were interested, I had a friend who made a hat for me, HighMileageHelper hat, kind of a trucker cap. People have seen it in my videos. I've got some pictures of it on Instagram. If a lot of people wanted me to, I could do a thing where I could have it made more locally, be able to have it at a better price for you guys, as well as make a little bit of money out of it and make it worth my time. At some point I will, but I don't think that I have enough interest in merchandise that it would even be worth it. But we'll see down the road. If enough people are saying, "Where's my merchandise?" then okay. But I'm not going to try to force it. But thank you for asking. That definitely helps me kind of know if more and more people are speaking up. Hey, where's my hat? Hey, where's my, whatever. But yeah. James, just want to say thank you for all the great information, for all the time you put into this. Take care. Have a good night, James. Thank you for stopping in and checking everything out, and glad to help. Thanks for all your help, Daniel. Trying to get all my ducks in a row while I look for a truck. You can't take too much time. It's so valuable, David. Do all your research as much as you can. Ask the dumb questions that you think are too dumb to ask. There's no dumb question. I asked 0 questions. I got wrecked at the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing. I was paying for things and way overpriced in every possibility. It was crazy. Absolutely. Go ahead and ask all the questions you can. Anywhere I can help in the future, the phone consultation, let me know. Anybody else, hopefully they can help too, and that'll be great. I'm a semi-driver, and I'm wondering if I should do RV. Should I get an RV transport? I would say you could. It's going to be a step down from where you're at. More freedom, maybe a little bit more flexibility. Do you already have a truck? That would be my question. Do you already have a truck for that? Obviously you're going to have the experience, and probably insurance is going to be real low for you. That'll be great. There's a lot of factors to that. I would say yes. If you're already used to the road, it's probably going to be a fairly easy transition. You said yes to 3,500. Yeah. If you want to do the phone consultation on my website real quick, schedule a time. We can chat on the phone. I would say overall, though, it's probably going to be an easy transition for you. You're not going to be making probably at, I don't know, what you'd be making for sure. But if you're constantly running, you're for sure going to be making enough money to probably pay most of your bills, if not all. I don't know what you got going on with your budget and all that, but you'll be bringing in some serious money to me for sure. Daniel here in Alberta, Canada. I went from working apprentice electrician to working at a diesel mechanic. Wow. I support everyone looking to become a trucker, diesel mechanic. Yeah, Daniel. When I started this job 4 years ago, I knew nothing about transporting. I knew nothing about trucks. I knew nothing about anything. And now, because I can't afford to pay a diesel mechanic to do all my work, I've had to learn myself how to do things and try to save as much money as I can. And so I'm just trying to hustle as hard as I can to learn things on my truck and help other people out along the way. So definitely some great other people on YouTube showing how to save some money, how to do things on the truck. And I'm attempting to be a part of that. So yeah. Oh, Miss Kara is about to sleep. I probably need to get off here and give her a phone call. That may be my cue to get off here, guys. He was a trainer for 6 years. Money at it. Yeah, thanks for all the information. Glad to help. Glad to help. Going to have to get off here. Just want to let you know if you're doing a great job. Hope to see many more videos. Maybe I can see you at the yard sometime. Awesome, James. That would be awesome. I'd be glad to hang out with you and have a good time together. So, have you thought of deleting your truck? When it comes to deleting, my concern would be being able to, depending on the EPA and the way things, depending on who's the president and all these things, 1 second you're in trouble, 1 second you're not in trouble, going back and forth. That would just be my concern across the board. What that would end up looking like, saving money wise, I'm sure it'd be much better. But yeah. Good night. I'll enjoy it again. Keep it up. Sunny side up. Yes, sir, Tim. That will do it for tonight, guys. I've got to call Kara and get to bed here. But thank you for hanging out with me, and glad to answer your questions. My brain is just about fried. I'm tired. But I'm going to go ahead and shut this party down. 2.5 hours. 16 people still left in the chat. You may be asleep, but hopefully you have a good night's sleep tonight. I'm going to get ready for tomorrow, going to PA, and then I'm going to Florida. I'll be vlogging as much as I can on the way there and doing everything along the way. Hopefully my truck, that fuel pump, stays alive. We will see. So anyways, stay safe, guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night. If I can find the end button. Oh, there we go. Have a good night, guys.